Good morning, welcome to the Paran Market. This afternoon we'll be looking at doing something a little bit special here with Tobie Puttock. We've got new season tomatoes are in. These are from South Australia. This is going to be a very, very special dish and very easy to do.
But where are we right now?
We're stuck here in the middle of my section, right here in the middle of the market. This is known as the wild mushroom stand.
But today we're cooking with tomatoes. We're gonna make a gnocchi sardi, and normally when you think of gnocchi, you think potato gnocchi or ricotta gnocchi, but this is a Sardinian gnocchi that's often got saffron infused into the water, which makes the dough straight with semolina. The full quantities are online, so you can go onto there and get the recipe there. But basically to make the dough, you can do it all by hand or put all those ingredients for the pasta recipe into a food processor. You press pulse, pulse, pulse until it comes together.
That's very good.
Do you like the pulse noise?
I do, that's very good.
And then you knead and knead and knead until it comes together into a beautiful smooth dough like that.
Yes.
And once it's like that, you want to allow it all to rest. So you wrap it really tightly in cling film, pop it into the fridge for about 30 minutes before you do this. Do you want to give this a go?
Yes, certainly.
So grab a bit like this, and you can do this with the kids. It's really such a lovely recipe to do with the kids. So what I like to do, you just roll it in your hands, or you can roll it on the bench. And the dough, once it's really well rested, shouldn't be sticky. So if it is, you can put a tiny bit more semolina there.
Sure.
So you roll it in your hands, and then take a little knife. And I love this pasta because it's not too fiddly. You end up with kind of a thumbnail-sized piece of dough. Take the thumbnail-sized piece of dough onto your gnocchi paddle and drag it across while putting a bit of pressure onto there, and then just roll it straight off. The sauce for this is really, really easy to do. So in my right hand, we've got some cherry tomatoes, which we've just put on a tray, sort of crushed some garlic over the top, olive oil, salt, pepper, roasted them on the vine until they're almost kind of starting to burst there. So what we'll do here is break some of these tomatoes off into this bowl. Pick the tomatoes straight off the vine there and pop them into a bowl or a sort of deep plate. We roasted these tomatoes for about 25-30 minutes until the skin started to burst in an oven on 180 degrees.
180, all right.
Into there, just take a little bit of olive oil.
Okay, yes.
That's the good stuff.
Yes. The olives.
And then I've got some pitted
olives.
green olives straight into there.
Yes.
And then just mix that together. And you can kind of crush the tomatoes a little bit to draw some of the moisture out of there as well.
Yeah.
Cook the gnocchi in boiling salted water for about 8 to 10 minutes or until they float to the top. Just give them a little stir so they don't stick to the bottom there. So I've got myself in a little bit of a corner here. I mashed the tomatoes on a plate, so we're going to pour all that into a bowl. Make sure you get all the moisture out. The reason we're doing that is this is our sauce. It's not a really wet tomato sauce, but it goes so beautifully with this gnocchi. And once we're in the bowl here, we can just give it a little bit of a mash down. And I love this sauce because you don't have to cook in the pan. It's all done in the oven there, and you're just utilising the natural juices from the tomatoes. Gnocchi's been cooking for about 8 minutes, and we can lift it out carefully. Don't be too stressed if you lift a bit of that water into there as well. That's always good. It's nice and starchy now, and we'll thicken this tomato sauce a little bit. I love this. This is a dish the whole family can get involved with. Once you've got the gnocchi in, it's literally a matter of just folding all these ingredients together. I'm just going to toss it like this. It's a bit rustic, this dish. Let's fold it through. Damien, do you want to get some basil into there?
I'm the professional basil tearer here, Dave.
Let's get a little pinch of sea salt, not too much because we've got the olives in there. And now we can plate this up. So clean plate and just straight in. So this is salted ricotta. It's a little bit firmer. You can go crazy gradient and get it from a height artistically there.
And perhaps we'll finish this with a whisk of ground salt.
Just a little tiny pinch of salt because the olives themselves have been salt brine. Mr. Artistic here. So this is Sardinian gnocchi or Gnocchi Sardi. It's an awesome dish to get the whole family involved, utilising in-season tomatoes. And it's a really beautiful way to showcase them and an amazing quick sauce for that. Also, this sauce goes really well with penne if you want to fast track the recipe. Penne goes into the pasta, tomatoes in the oven at the same time. You've got a whole meal in 10 minutes.
Wonderful.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Pike.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tobe. Wonderful.